All right, so here we are with another episode of Minecraft. We are headed back into the temple trials thing from last time. I do know a little bit more of how this works because I figured it out as I was doing this, and I've also read a bunch of your guys' comments. You won't see it in this video, but I now recognize that I do have to actually complete it before I can do anything, which was a bit of a shock. Cue a video in a couple weeks when I decided to go back. Anyways, so I decided to head back in and slowly work my way clearing out these little spawners and stuff, and thankfully I didn't find that the skeletons hit too hard. So that was kind of nice. I was really confused why they had all of these dispensers with these buttons that would have water go down them. But I later on kind of figured out how they end up working as far as the mechanic of the temple works because of some of the creatures that are spawned in. As you can see, there aren't any creatures being spawned around right now, and that's because they all actually have fallen to the floor below. But I didn't realize at this time that you needed to actually clear out the area in its entirety in order for it to be considered finished and for you to get like a key for the reward. You can see me not fully recognize the fact that the little tornado turned on that button, but either way. So I headed out and I saw this the slime spawner, which I honestly was kind of excited about it. I was like, oh man, this is great. I now have an infinite slime spawner because my slime farm is still not working properly because I haven't fixed it yet. It's a project for another day. But I decided that, oh, this is great. I can just always spawn in slimes and I can get all the slime that I'll ever need. And then we don't have to worry about it. We never have to go back and fix the farm. It's great. I can fight all these slimes, get all this experience. This is wonderful. No wonder people really like these things. So I was working my way through killing off all of the slime. And as I was going through that, I kept making sure that they weren't dropping on it. I put down the lights because I still wasn't aware that all the spawning is solely based off of kind of like the spawners. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't accidentally going to get hit by something. But then I realized that I had gotten a key from it, and when I went over to get it, I accidentally triggered another spawner from hitting me, so that was great. Here's me with my key after I figured out that I got it from the slime people, and I tried to turn it on into the thing, which I now know I'm not allowed to do yet. And then I slowly worked my way forward and got to this one that was spawning husks, which was kind of interesting because I don't spend so much time in the desert. I don't fight a lot of husks. So that was kind of an interesting experience, kind of going through some creatures that I just haven't fought as much as some of the other ones. But this was an example of where I got the reward, and then I also figured out that I could use the key on it, and it gave me some emeralds and a shield. So there's the shield that we were all looking for me to use last time, but didn't. But because I realized and kind of saw how that mechanic worked, I realized that I needed to go back to the first area, and I needed to clear out all of the basement section so that we didn't have to worry about it. So I slowly kind of worked through doing all of that. I don't use speed, so I'm not exactly, I know that it in theory makes you faster, but I don't use it as a general mechanism. I did get really lucky here because they started fighting each other, and I was like, cool, I'm just gonna stand over here and you guys can fight each other. And I was hoping the husk would win out, and he did, so I was pretty excited about that. And then I had to fight this tornado guy, or a breeze. I prefer calling it a tornado because it is what it is. It makes me think of blazes, which is probably what they were thinking when they did it. And I cleared that whole area out. And then there was this one other guy that kind of spawned up here. And so I fought the guy with the angry eyebrows. And I find them kind of interesting because I know that they're kind of ranged, but it's almost like they're throwing explosions at me. So there's that. But I was able to get another one of these rewards, and I got bows and arrows and shields. So here's a question. Are these supposed to give you supplies so that you're able to keep going forward, or are they just, congratulations, here's your reward? So are the big blue, or the blue chests, these things here, which once again, I'm trying to put it inside, are those for your big rewards once you've completed the temple? Or and then these little orange ones are supposed to like supplement you so that you can keep going? I always love getting an axe, silver or an iron axe of efficiency. And then there are these rooms up here that don't have any spawners, but just have little chambers, and there are chests everywhere. I assume that has to do with the fact that it resets every time if you leave, it'll reset. And so in order to get things done, you don't want it to reset. You just kind of stuff everything inside chests so your inventory doesn't fill up. I don't know. I found a couple of these rooms in general, and I was kind of wondering how that worked. I got to this really large kind of circular chamber that had a bunch of spawners, and so that was quite the adventure figuring it out. I don't understand how that they can move so fast, but yeah, they kind of launch you everywhere, which I find kind of annoying because I find it a little bit difficult. Cue me running away as quickly as possible. This was a large chamber that had a whole bunch of spawners in it, and I'm not going to be able to finish it, but it was kind of an interesting experiment of going and getting better at working on my bow and arrow skills because I am very bad at them. And so that might be something that comes out of this, is the fact that I actually can use my bow and arrow for the first time ever. You can see the water in the corner, but one of the breezes triggered one of the dispensers in the center of the room and turned on the water, which is a bit annoying because I can't turn it off, so I just have to live with it as I fight this breeze. I keep thinking that I'm gonna say blaze, and then I don't, and then I get confused. Anyways, so I don't find them too hard to fight. I say that, and then I'm going to instantly die. I don't, but you get the sentiment where I'm like, yeah, it's just like what I was doing it on hardcore with with the blazes, where I'm like, I really like fighting blazes, and then immediately the next episode that I did on hardcore was me dying to the blazes, and then I consistently died to them for the next couple weeks, not in videos, but when I was running through it. So I've learned not to say, yeah, they're not that bad, is never a good way to start it. This guy got knocked up there, which was kind of weird, so then I had backed up just a little bit so I could get a better view, and then I moved forward and I decided to fight him, and I don't know why I have my sword out, but anyways, grabbed it and I shot at him and I took him out. Challenging blow. I blow back. I don't quite know what that was, but either way, the room was mostly cleared, and we will carry on with this adventure in the next episode. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys for all of the comments giving me advice on how to do this, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.